Live from the Archbold High School auditorium, it's ArchComm Media's News at noon 30 with anchors Reagan Rutledge and Bo King.
News this half hour. Archbold's physics class Cardboard Canoe Race soaks students but puts engineering achievements on display.
Students at Archbold Elementary continue a special program to show how they are simply too good for drugs.
March was 4 County Career Center Acceptance Month. We take a closer look at programs which have helped current AHS students.
We'll also review last weekend's production of Fiddler on the Roof, performed right here on this very same stage. And we'll bring you a current Archbold sports update and preview the spring sports seasons.
As we look ahead to April and spring events, we'll check in on the preparations for Archbold High School's prom in Paris.
Plus, don't miss our peer-to-peer segment. We'll have McKenna Thiel and Alana Pedraza live in studio with us to talk about the peer-to-peer mental health program toward the end of the program. All this begins right now on News at noon 30. Good afternoon. I'm Bo King.
And I'm Reagan Rutledge. Yesterday, I got to spend the afternoon poolside. Now, you might be thinking, it was a little too chilly to be lying by the pool, but it wasn't too cold inside the Bryan YMCA. On Wednesday, April 1st, students in Mrs. Von Segern's physics class tried their best not to sink and swim as they tested their boats that they have been working on for many weeks. ArchComm's Carter Springer joined me for the story. Completing the most laps or by having the best failure?
I think we were the fastest. The boat a lot faster than the other groups, so I think that's why we ended up getting a head start kind of thing. So yeah.
Today, Archbold Elementary students are finishing a series called Too Good for Drugs. This 10-week program covers life skills such as handling peer pressure, effective communication, managing emotions and relationships, and making healthy life choices. Alana Trace, Daniel Leva, and Becca Nofsinger talked with program instructor Shauna Brown, who explained a bit more of what this program is all about.
I work with Recovery Services of Northwest Ohio. We teach 2 different types of curriculum. We have a lot of curriculum, but our 2 major one is our Too Good for Drugs program, and then we have Teen Safety Matters as well. Program all about how to set a goal for yourself, how to achieve a goal, how to stop and think, how to manage your emotions, which is a really big one, how to be a good friend, how to make a good friend, making responsible choices, and then we just talk about the dangers of like chemicals and stuff that could be in the house that you just need to avoid. I care a lot about the kids and just being able to be like a mom or a big sister figure to them. I just want to take them all under my wing and be like, come with me.
Our next story last weekend, right here on this very stage.
That's right, Bo, and it was an amazing experience. This past weekend, the cast, crew, and pit orchestra of Archbold High School's production Fiddler on the Roof performed the show for 3 separate audiences. The cast and crew had been preparing the show since early January and have spent many hours practicing to truly make it come to life.
I do a lot to prepare for productions. I always watch the movie. I watch a stage production of it online. I listen to the soundtrack. If there's any source materials, I like to read the source materials of it. But to get ready for the audition, I always watch stuff, I listen to stuff, I try and get inside the character's head, and then once I get the role, I keep repeating that, and I try and get into the headspace and bring as much of myself to Tevye and any character that I play as I possibly can to make it as authentic as possible.
Fiddler on the Roof tells the story of a poor milkman named Tevye, his family, and his community as they adjust to the changes taking place around them. The musical asked audience members to reflect on the essential questions of when tradition is allowed to be broken and what impact do traditions have in your day-to-day life.
This year's musical featured an amazing cast of high school students. Alongside the cast on stage, there were many people who contributed to its success. The stage crew was responsible for opening curtains, lowering the backdrops, and making sure the set pieces were changed when they needed to be.
Also this year, the musical cast even had the privileges to work with a live pit orchestra composed by student and adult musicians and directed by Mr. Watchman. The addition of the pit provided many creative incorporations to the show and made the music and dancing really come to life. In addition, the staff also included Mr. Vol running the sound and mics and student Danica Cunningham working the lights. Last but not least, there were 4 amazing directors.
We just moved back to Archbold and I haven't done a show for 3 years, so to meet new students and see all the talent we have, all the sense of humor, and just get to know the students, and then especially working with Mrs. Greiser, Mr. Greiser, and Mr. Wise, and the parents that volunteered.
Over the 3 performances, the show was seen by over 1,000 audience members and exceeded $12,000 in ticket sales.
As another school year comes to a close, new upcoming juniors are being accepted into the 4-County Career Center. 4-County is a great opportunity for kids who learn in a hands-on way and want to get a head start on their careers in life, and see if a career they've chosen is really something that they want to do. Most kids who end up going really love their labs and encourage others to come. Kate Brenneman and Alana Trace interviewed 5 of our Archbold High School students at 4-County and asked them to explain what they do in their labs and what they enjoy about it.
I would say go for it.
This is a good opportunity for people in our area to start working ahead of time.
I enjoy it and I enjoy my teachers.
It's very fun, you get to try new things.
Yeah, I love it. It's really fun and changed my life pretty much.
The new upcoming juniors are very excited about joining the Career Center. In total, we have 32 students who applied. 26 of our Archbold students got in, and 6 are on the wait list.
Spring is finally here, which means after months of hard work and preparation, spring sports are kicking off. Our sports lineup this spring includes baseball, softball, track and field, and boys tennis. First up, let's talk baseball and softball. Both teams are coming off strong seasons and have their eyes set on making deep playoff runs. Baseball season is off to a slow start with a few cancellations due to weather, but they started out strong nonetheless with a win against OG last week and a 12-2 win over Holgate Tuesday. Varsity travels to Fairview tomorrow for a doubleheader at noon.
Our biggest strength this year would just be Zach Shore on the mound, left-handed pitcher, University Finley commit, and just him, and then everyone else just filling spots around him.
I think we're going to talk really well and communicate and just bond really well.
I guess you could say nobody really knows what's going to happen because we lost 10 starting players last year, but I don't think it's anything to worry about.
We have something to prove. Everyone's doubting us. I think we're just excited to go on the field and show people that we're going to be good again this year.
Softball is also starting out strong with the varsity teams recording standing at 3-3 after losing 11-1 to Northview last night. Both GV and varsity will be traveling to Hicksville this evening to complete starting at 5, and their next home game is tomorrow at 11 against Van Buren.
I feel very confident about our season. I think that we have a lot of great skills that can combine together to make a great team, and I think that we all have improved and been working hard, and it'll show off.
I think we really need to just take what we had from last year, our bats and our fielding, and just go from there.
And we have a lot of speed compared to last year, especially with all these new freshmen coming in and underclassmen. They're very fast. So I would definitely say that our offense is definitely a big strength that we have.
We haven't been able to get a league championship in 4 years, so that would be pretty awesome to get a league championship. I'm sure we all agree.
Boys tennis kicked off their season this week with matches against Northview on Monday and Maumee on Tuesday. Their next home match will be next Thursday at 4:30. Switching gears to track and field, this season started out strong at the Napoleon and Defiance meets with 15 first-place finishes from Archbold athletes, including Bryn Hurst in the 800-meter run, Aubrey Hurst in the 200-meter dash, Arlen Selgo in the 100-meter dash, and Mariah Morales in the 100 and 300-meter hurdles as well. As long jump, Ryder Ryan in the 100-meter dash, Jude Hudson in the 800, 1600, and boys 4x8. Along with teammates are Marianne Morano, Jaden Osterlin, and Oliver Seibert, relay victories included the girls 4x1, 4x2, and 4x4, and boys 4x8. Field athletes also performed well, with first-place finishes from Preston Knopfsinger and Anna Shields in the pole vault. Good luck to all our athletes this season. Be sure to come show your support and cheer on our Blue Streaks.
Reagan, what are your thoughts on Paris?
You know, Bo, it's a beautiful city filled with all sorts of art, like dance, fashion, and museums, with the most famous tourist attraction being the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower is 300 meters, over 1,000 feet tall, about the same height as an 81-story building, and is the tallest structure in Paris. This amazing tower was built in 1889 to showcase the French Revolution and the World's Fair.
Here at AHS, the high school students' goal is to make an 18-foot tower for their theme for prom, A Starry Night in Paris. Constructing it out of cardboard and gluing it takes both time and dedication. Jess Short is the head of the prom committee at Archbold High and is overseeing the project.
The prom committee, which is made up of many of the juniors in the junior class, voted on what they wanted their theme to be. They came up with ideas, we put those ideas on, they came up with what they wanted to decorate with, and then they looked at everyone's ideas and they decided and voted on A Starry Night in Paris. It's Paris. You gotta have the Eiffel Tower. The best way to make Paris Paris is with the Eiffel Tower. And there's nothing bigger statement than a 17-foot Eiffel Tower. With it being 17 feet tall, we can't build it in one room, so it has to be built in stages, and we need to be able to transport it to Founders Hall the day before prom to set up. So it will be finally assembled there once we arrive so we can get it into the building. I'm excited. It will hopefully be on display behind the DJ, the center focus of the dance itself, and for everyone to see.
So we have been building these lamps and these trees. So the trees, well, everything's made of cardboard. So we had to pop out all the cardboard from cutouts, and then we had to bend it, glue it. For the trees, we had to do, 100 leaves on each thing. And we had to put lights on the trees. The lamps required hot glue, spray glue, everything weird. And then Eiffel Tower is slowly coming along.
We first came up with the theme of Paris. We knew we needed an Eiffel Tower because that's the main thing you see in Paris. So we knew we wanted it to be big and the first thing you see when you walk into Founders Hall. So it's 17 feet tall. It's going to be pretty obvious. You're going to see it. But we've started to pop things out of the plastic and the cardboard, and we're trying to piece it together little by little so that when the time comes, we can transport it to Founders Hall and completely finish it.
So definitely with it being not made of metal, it's been really hard to keep the glue to make it stay. Obviously hot glue is not super easy to work with, but yeah, it's definitely hard to build it in sections because it's meant to build all at once. We literally have pieces in the corner that aren't even close to being done, and then this piece behind us that is the middle section, I think. So definitely learning, looking at the instructions and seeing what part is what, and especially since not a lot of things are labeled, so we just have to wing it really and hope it looks like an Eiffel Tower in the end.
A lot of fun.
It's totally gonna be worth it because it'll be the main centerpiece, and I feel like a lot of people are looking forward to seeing it at prom.
It's 12:45 p.m. In just a few moments, students at Archbold High will participate in a school-wide peer-to-peer mental health assembly. With us live in the studio today, we have McKenna Thiel and Alana Pedraza to explain more about the peer-to-peer program. Welcome, friends.
Good afternoon. I'm Alana Pedraza. And I'm McKenna Thiel. We are here today as representatives of the Archbold High School's inaugural peer-to-peer team. We are a student-led prevention team. We are focused on student wellness, mental health, and building rapport through education and support.
One of the major projects our team is working on with the help of the ESC and 4 County Adams Board is creating a tangible item. With the click of your camera on a QR code, you will have immediate access to crisis numbers, helplines, and a plethora of resources. Through a grant from the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation, this will be made available to all high school students within the 4 County area. We are excited to soft launch with our seniors in May and roll out to every school, every student in the 4 County area in August.
In the future, our peer-to-peer team plans to provide support and education on topics our students believe are the most prevalent. We want to continue to build positive relationships among our peers. We are asking our classmates to be open to having conversations with other peers and seek to be advocates for mental health and wellness. We have some exciting things planned for our future.
To stay up to date on what our team is doing, you can follow us on Instagram. We would like all of you watching today to pull out your phones, open up your camera, and scan the QR code on the screen. This is the link to the AHS peer-to-peer Instagram page. Follow us, check out our team, and find updates on upcoming events and resources.
Thanks so much, Alana Pedraza and McKenna Thiel, for coming on our live broadcast and explaining this terrific program. Archbold High School students, this is your cue to head to the gym for the fun part of the peer-to-peer assembly today. To all of you viewing our show this afternoon, if you enjoyed our program, subscribe to the ArchComm channel on YouTube for more great content. Thanks so much for tuning in to ArchComm Media's News at Noon 30. I'm Bo King.
And I'm Reagan Rutledge. Have a great Friday, everybody.
Great job, everybody. That was a great show. Great.